Hey guys, we're going to be back here for another rebuild. We're going to be taking on the Green Bay Packers this time. This one should be a fun one. We're going to start with a really good offense with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Jones has been playing well. We're going to have Devontae Adams. There is a few holes though on the offensive line, but I do love starting with a left tackle that's a 98 overall. That's insane. Offensive line as a whole, though, isn't the best, but we do get the good left tackle. We're going to have Jimmy Graham. I don't expect him to be real good for too long because I expect him to start regressing. I'm hoping Aaron Rodgers can be here the whole rebuild. I'm going to do everything I can to try and make him not retire during this rebuild. I am going to be building around him. This might seem a little crazy, but I am going to throw Randall Cobb on the trade block. He is 28, and if it did take 5 years, he won't be an 83 overall by the time 5 years rolls around. He'd probably be near the low 70s, so I'm going to throw him on the trade block. See if I can't get a few picks for him. I'm going to start Mercedes Valdez-Scantling at my number 2 receiver spot. Defensively, I like where we are. For talent-wise, we're going to have Yair Alexander and Josh Jackson. Both are going to be our starting corners. Kevin King's going to be our slot guy. Defensive line is pretty good here. We're going to have Kenny Clark, Mike Daniels, and Dean Lowry. I'm pretty sure we still do have Muhammad Wilkerson, who I am going to start at left end. I did turn injuries off, so he should be available. I did throw Clay Matthews on the trade block as well. He's like 32, so definitely want to try to get something out of him. I like Blake Martinez. Nick Perry, we'll see what he does. I like him as a pass rusher, but he is also 28, so we'll see if he starts regressing. And safeties definitely need an upgrade, but I'm hoping my cornerback core can upgrade from where it is now and keep the players I currently have. But yeah, I like our D-line. I'm going to see if I can get a pick for Matthews. Let's go ahead and set our season goal here. With Aaron Rodgers, I think we'll get 9 wins. I don't know if we'll make the playoffs, but I'll check back with you guys at mid-season unless I do get some trade offers for the people I put up on the block. So we are going to have a few trade offers available here, and I think it's fair here to accept the Raiders. You know, John Gruden likes to go get those wide receivers that are a little bit older. He likes the older receivers, so I definitely feel like this would be a fair trade to the Raiders. They're going to be willing to give me up a 3rd round pick, a 7th for this year, and a 7th next year. So I definitely feel like that is fair. So I'm going to accept that pick right there. And then we do have an offer for Clay Matthews, which I do want to check out as well. I'm not even sure what I'm getting offered for him. The Rams are willing to give up a 3rd round pick. I wouldn't be mad at that. I am looking for picks this year, not next year, so definitely would be helpful. Ooh, Trent Taylor? That's something I might have to bite on right there, because he could be an amazing slot guy. And I am going to accept the 49ers on that deal. We trade for Trent Taylor, and that's going to be a huge trade for us. He's going to definitely be our slot guy. I do want Scantling to still be our number 2 receiver. Let's go ahead and check out Trent Taylor's stats real quick, though. So he's going to be more of a slot guy, 24 years of age. And that's a tough one. Why would the 49ers give him up for Clay Matthews? Yeah, that's a tough one for them. He's got a lot of the good traits as well, so I'm very happy with that trade. We get rid of Clay Matthews in the cap room he was causing us, and then we get Trent Taylor. That's an amazing pickup for us. So let's go ahead and hop into mid-season here. Hey guys, we're going to be back here at mid-season, and we are 1-5-1. That is a tough record for sure. Wow, I'm not sure what is going on there. I mean, we did trade away Randall Cobb and Clay Matthews, but I don't think it was that big of an impact. But players we're going to have to re-sign here. Let's go ahead and check out. We're going to have Muhammad Wilkerson. I do like Muhammad Wilkerson, but he is going to be 28, and I just don't know if I would like to give him a real long-term deal, considering he's probably going to start regressing quite badly. Jake Ryan, I would love to bring him back, get a good linebacking core with him and Blake Martinez. That would be pretty nasty. Tight ends, I mean, I don't like any of these tight ends, really. Mercedes, Lewis, Lance Kendricks, they are decently old, so I'm not too worried about bringing them back. Geronimo Allison, he's not asking for a lot, so I guess I could probably bring him back as a 4th receiver. I mean, he's decent there. Yeah, not a lot of else people to resign here. Just looking for Jake Ryan and maybe Geronimo Allison. So we should have a decent amount of cap here heading into free agency. But let's go ahead and hop into the end of the season. End of season, year 1, and we did not make the playoffs. What is our record? Wow, we finished 7-8-1. That's a tough record, especially with A-Rod on the team, but it is what it is here. Let's go ahead and upgrade our players, see if we can't get Aaron Rodgers scheme fit. We cannot, but he's still going to be a monster for us. He gets another throw power. Then Aaron Jones, he gets an upgrade. I really like Aaron Jones. I'm actually hoping I can develop him a little bit and he can just be my starting running back. He has a good skill set altogether. Devontae Adams is going to come in with 3 upgrade points. And that's going to put him up there into being very elite for us. Him and Aaron Rodgers, when this offense gets rolling a little bit, is going to be nasty. Because Devontae Adams is really, I mean, he's not going to have the best speed, but he does have a lot of good route running abilities. Let's go ahead and check that out. Actually, 89 speed isn't bad. He's going to be a great possession receiver. Good release. One of the best releases in the league, I would have to say. So I really like him. Trent Taylor, I'm hoping, can be a great slot guy for us. I am planning on getting another number 2 receiver to go along with Adams. And Trent Taylor should be able to be that slot guy I'm looking for. David Bakhtiari gets another upgrade point here, and he's going to go up a little bit. I was hoping to get that 99 overall, but he's going to get a decent upgrade there. He's only 27. He should be a monster through the whole rebuild. Corey Linsley gets an upgrade. That's what I like to see there. See, I'm not going to go into Agile because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get him scheme fit, so I wish I would have went into Pass Protector there for David Bakhtiari. But at 28, I feel like I'm probably going to try to keep Linsley around the whole rebuild. Not going to upgrade him because I'm probably not going to keep him. Jimmy Graham has an upgrade, though. Let's go ahead and upgrade his possession a little bit, because I do think he might regress a little bit in the offseason. Defensively, what is our upgrades looking like? Whoa, Yair Alexander coming in with 5 upgrade points. He should be up to about an 85 overall after this one, and that's going to be great for us. I'm hoping our cornerbacks that we have now can develop into the starting cornerbacks for this whole rebuild. That would actually be very ideal. Yair Alexander obviously being the number 1 corner, Josh Jackson the number 2 spot, and then I'm hoping Kevin King can fit into that slot role. And he's already almost an 80 overall, so he should fit in there well. Josh Jackson has 2 upgrade points. That's good. If we can get scheme fit with him, that'll be pretty big. Pretty big, that would be. Yes, we get scheme fit. Okay, that changes everything, really. He's not going to have the best stats right now. Actually, they're all around pretty decent, to be honest. So I like that. Did Desmond King get an upgrade? He has 2. So Desmond King's going to be up to an 80 overall? Yeah, so our cornerback core is definitely going to be pretty good. And they're going to probably upgrade him to be a very good group there. Kenny Clark coming in with 2 upgrade points, and I really like him at the defensive tackle spot. He's going to be an elite defensive tackle. We'll be up to that 91 overall, and that's pretty insane there. He's probably going to want a big contract coming up. Mike Daniels has an upgrade point, and he's going to move back up to a 90 overall. So, yeah, I really feel like this first year, maybe I'm kind of glad that we didn't do that great, so we do get a good pick. Upgrade Blake Martinez here, and that'll be it for the upgrades. Probably none of the other guys are even going to start next season. These safeties aren't great. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and check out the stats for the year. The Vikings won the division with an 8-8 record. All right, bro. Rodgers, what'd he do for the season? Had a great year. 4,200 yards, nearly 4,300 yards, 43 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 70% completion rating. Yeah, Aaron Jones nearly has 1,000 yards. Only 3.5 average, which isn't great, but I'm going to chalk that up to our offensive line interiorly not being good run blockers. Devontae Adams leads the team in receptions, 85 receptions, 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. Trent Taylor, 82 receptions, nearly 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Marquez Vedel Scanting, 80 receptions, 800 yards and 10 touchdowns. He didn't get an upgrade point, which is a little concerning. Jimmy Graham had 5 touchdowns on the year. Aaron Jones did some decent work from the running back game and for receiving there. Packers, what do we allow for set? How does Bakhtiari allow 9? I don't get it. I really don't. Like, when a tackle is nearly a 99 overall, I don't get how they're allowing that many sacks. Tackles, Josh Jackson leads the team in tackles with 100. 97 by Martinez, Josh Jones 93, Alexander 92, and sacks here we're going to have 12.5 by Mike Daniels, 6.5 by Perry, 5.5 by Ryan, 5.5 by Wilkerson, Clark 1.5, but Clark also has 10 tackles for loss. Interceptions here, 2 by Kyler Fackrell, Yair Alexander with 2, Kentrell Bryce with 2, Rashad Breeland with 2, Nick Perry with 1. Okay, so we're getting picks, bro. Josh Jackson with 1 and Kevin King with 1. So, as a whole, I think we did pretty good. I just want to check and see if Aaron Rodgers did win the MVP. He was in the running, number 5. So, I'm happy with that. A-Rod doing his thing up in here. That's going to be it for the end of the season stats. Let's go ahead and hop into free agency and see if we can make a splash. Well, we're going to be here in free agency. I did want to make a big impact, but the players I want are offered way too much money. Jamison Crowder, you can see the bidding war for him. I definitely don't want to pay that much. Jonathan Hankins has a bidding war. A lot of the people I was looking for do have quite a big bidding war for them, and I'm not willing to really pay that much money for them, so I am only going to offer one negotiation here. Since we did lose Muhammad Wilkerson, we're going to need to fill that spot, and I feel like Mario Edwards Jr. would make a pretty big impact there. He's not asking for much, so I might actually increase this offer a little bit just to make sure we land him because he'd be a pretty big impact player immediately. He's a pretty good power rusher. I feel like he'd fill in nicely for Muhammad Wilkerson, and we're just going to have to rely on the draft, I do believe. Keep in mind, they do have 2 first-round picks because of that trade they did get with New Orleans last year. But yeah, we get Mario Edwards here. That's going to be a great addition to our defense. And let's go ahead and hop into the draft. Alright guys, we're going to be here in the draft. There is a few people I might have to trade up for here. I'm going to actually have to go pick by pick and see what is taken off the board. Alright, so the right outside linebacker I want gets taken. If one more left outside linebacker gets taken, I might have to trade up. We'll see here. Left end. Come on, Detroit. Don't do it. Tight end. Texans. What are they going to take? A right end. What do the Titans take? That's a big question. And they take a free safety, so we're not going to have to trade up to get one of the players I want, my left outside linebacker here. It's really, like, what do I want here? This guy's a early first-round talent, 4.74, 24 reps. What does this guy have? 4.59? That's tough to pass on. He's 24. This guy's 21. I feel like I'm going to have to roll with him. He's got a little bit better tackling and finesse move. We're going to roll with him. Left outside linebacker, 80 overall, star development. 12th overall in true talent, and that's going to be a great guy there for us. I might move him over to right outside linebacker to fit our speed rusher scheme because there is another gem in the draft that I would like to trade up for. I mean, not trade up for, get. Once one receiver flies off the board, I definitely am going to trade up. I'm actually going to try to trade up here to the Jets because there's a receiver that I need. He's super good. He would really complete our receiving core quite well. So we're going to go to picks here. So the Jets, I do want your first round pick. I am going to be giving you a 30th pick. So what does that get me? Just, or a trade decline. So what are we going to have to add? They want a right tackle, right outside linebacker. I would be willing to give you Kyler Fackrell, to be honest. So do they want him? Let's see. Decently better chance. We did get a few extra picks, though, from trades, so I could trade away a third. What about a third round pick, too, bro? You in? And they accept it. We move up in the draft here. I'm going to draft my wide receiver that I really want. I feel like that was a fair pick, though. We did give up a third just to move up about 15 spots. The wide receiver I am looking for is going to be this possession guy. I know it was a late first round, but I don't think I can pass on him. It reminds me a little bit of Davante Adams. We'll see 78 overall. We did reach a little bit, but that really does complete our receiving core a little bit there. I like that pick. He's got to be a nasty wide receiver for us, so him and Davante Adams and then Trent Taylor should be a massive wide receiver core right there. Now, who else do we want here? There was a free safety also available. I do need offensive lineman 100%. So we're going to have to look into that as well. Right guard. I didn't have anybody favorite until the 4th round there. The power rusher I want is in the 4th round. Middle linebacker. I did want a free safety here. This guy's kind of tough to pass up on. He's going to be a zone safety. Yeah, I feel like we're going to have to roll with him here. Well, actually, who's better? The free safety here? He has a 5.9. This guy's got 6.8. We're going to roll with him. He's going to be a 74 overall. Not as great as I thought. That awareness and play rec is really going to hurt him, but hopefully he can get that up a little bit. That would definitely be helpful. We do get the first pick in the 3rd round, and I think this might be a little bit of a reach, but I'm going to have to roll with it because this would really complete what I'm looking for here. This power rusher, he's a 4th round talent, but he has B+ power moves. I know he's not going to be real fast, but I'm going to have to roll with him right here. He's going to be an 80 overall, 5th in true talent, superstar development. Barry Manning is going to be a monster. He's got 75 speed. I don't care. Oh, that's nasty. He has good finesse move as well. That's a really good pick right there. Let's go ahead and move to our 4th round pick here. The last one I am going to show here. And we picked 10th overall. Let's go ahead and see who's available. Hopefully some kind of offensive lineman is going to be available for us. Right, the right tackle I wanted is still going to be available. He had decent stats. We do need to upgrade that position. So I'm going to go there. He's going to be a 72 overall. Not a great pick on my part. So offensive line is still going to be a little bit in shambles, except for, you know, the elite David Bakhtiari. But I am going to end the draft here. Unless I do find a gym, I'll let you guys know. But let's go ahead and hop into year 2. So we're going to be back here again in year 2, and this rebuild is a little bit tougher than I had imagined it being. Yeah, so all together here from the draft, we did get some decent picks. I was not able to really bolster the offensive line at all, which is a little disappointing. I did get a right tackle. I am going to start him just to see if he is going to beat anybody. But yeah, I'd really love to get a better offensive line here. Jimmy Graham has regressed like I predicted to an 81 overall. So we're going to be need to be looking for a new tight end pretty quickly. Aaron Rodgers is still going to be here. Of course, Aaron Jones. I'm hoping he can develop into our star running back here. Wide receivers, we are set. We have Davante Adams. We go out and get Scott, who's another possession receiver. He can make a lot of tough catches when you check a look at his stats. He's got a lot of skills he can use here, and I'm really happy about that pick there. And then Trent Taylor is going to be our slot guy, which should be good. Defensively, let's go ahead and take a look. Our defensive line, we're going to have Mike Daniels, who's still a 90 overall. Kenny Clark, still a phenom, 91 overall. He's going to be a monster, dude. His stats are insane. We go out and get Mario Edwards Jr., which I really like that pick. Defensive backs, I have Yair Alexander, Josh Jackson, and Kevin King. I would have usually put Kevin King above Josh Jackson, but I feel like if Yair Alexander and Josh Jackson can shut down both sides of the field, Kevin King can be a very good slot cornerback, so that's really my thought process there. Safeties, I did get a 74 overall one in the draft. I didn't improve as much as I would like to there. That's still a huge weakness of ours. But our outside linebackers are by far our best defensive position altogether. With the draft here, we go out and get Mack and Manning, and they're monsters. I mean, Mack is going to be a really good speed rusher. He's already got very nice skills. And then Manning is just going to be a pure power rusher, superstar development, and he's going to have great skills. I like our middle linebacker, so I like our team as a whole here. I think we can at least get 9 wins this year. That's going to be above last year, where we only got 7. I think we do decently this year. Let's go ahead. Actually, I did put Nick Perry on the trade offer. I forgot about that. Let's go ahead and see what they're going to offer for that. I do want picks as much as I can get here, so I guess I will trade for Arizona and get a 4th round pick for this upcoming draft and a 5th for the next one. So I'll see you guys at mid-season. So at the mid-season mark here, we're going to be 4-4. We are 3rd in the division. That's not great, but at least the NFC North isn't highly competitive this year, which could give us a chance to sneak into the playoffs. Players we're going to have to re-sign. You know, I've already called Kenny Clark a phenom at 23. He is a monster at 91 overall. He's going to get re-signed. I definitely want to bring back Mike Daniels. He's in my long-term plans here. Blake Martinez is coming back. Corey Linsley is going to come back. Even though he might start regressing a little bit, that awareness is key for a center. Probably will try to get a new kicker. Mason Crosby might be on his way out. Dean Lowry, not too concerned about that. So again, not a lot of people re-sign. Well, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4 people I do need to bring back. So hopefully we still do have a lot of cap here to go into free agency. Kenny Clark wants a monster deal, though. Look at that, $61 million. But his overall speaks for itself. So we end up making the playoffs with an 8-7-1 record. That's rough, but at least we make the playoffs. Bears go 13-3. So I don't think they lost a game since mid-season. Let's go ahead and check out the stats for the year. I just need to see every year if Aaron Rodgers won MVP, because he's always probably going to be up in the running. Actually, he's not even in the running this year. That's tough. That's tough. Players we're going to have to re-sign. Nope, I'm not. Checking out the coach leaderboards here. Players, I mean, not we're going to have to re-sign. Players we're going to have to check out here for the stats. Aaron Rodgers, 4,100 yards, 30 touchdowns to 11 interceptions, 65% completion rate. Rushing the ball, Aaron Jones, I mean, we're rushing a lot here, and I'm not sure why. I feel like we should be passing it a little more. 950, 3.2 average, 10 touchdowns. Receiving the ball, Sean Scott had the rookie led the team in receptions with 96, almost 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. Trent Taylor, 89 receptions, 1,000 yards, nearly actually 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. Devontae Adams, 81 receptions, 934 yards, 6 touchdowns. Jimmy Graham, 51, nearly 505 touchdowns. So we're doing very good in the receiving department. If our rookie can come in and get 96 receptions, I'll take that every time. Sacks, David Bakhtiari allows 11 again. That's tough. Defensively, tackles, Jake Ryan leads the team with 118. Josh Jones with 98. Deshaun Ellis with 89, the rookie. Josh Jackson with 88. What about sacks? We're going to get 8.5 by the rookie Tyree Mack. Mike Daniels with 6. Barry Manning with 5.5. So our rookie's making a very big impact here. Then not a lot after that. Interceptions. Jake Ryan had 5. 1 by Manning, 1 by Ellis. Josh Jackson with 1. Kevin King with 1. And Yair Alexander with 1. So that's what our stats is going to be looking like. And now we're going to have to hop into this game where we're going to be taking on the 11-5 Seahawks. It's going to be a tough game. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull it out, though. In year 2, we're going to be playing our first playoff game here of the rebuild. And we're going to be going up against Seattle at Seattle. We know that's a tough place to play. We score 3 first, but they're driving down the field, and they score 7. We got to answer. We have a high-powered offense. We cannot afford to not score here, and we score a touchdown. They have the ball back again, and they score another touchdown. 14-10. I feel like we keep on causing turnovers here against ourselves. 21-10. Can we score before half? We score a field goal. We're still in this game here. Can we score a touchdown? 3rd down alert, we score. We go for 2 and cannot get it. Can we get into field goal range? We might take the lead here if we have to get a field goal. And we take a 1-point lead late. They miss a field goal, I believe. And we're going to drive down the field here. Big field goal. We need it. And now we're going to have to rely on our defense to stop Seattle, which we cannot do. 42 seconds, though. Aaron Rodgers. Can he pull it off? Big field goal. Did we lose? Wow, we missed the field goal. That's tough, dude. That's a tough one. We missed the field goal? Whoa. Yeah, I guess it is time to get rid of Mason Crosby. Dude, we either ran out of time and went for a touchdown or we missed the field goal. But that's a... Can I look at the team stats or something? Just to see what happened here? View highlights. What do we have here? Let's go ahead and go... Would it be at the very bottom? Russell Wilson kneels. 2nd and 5 on Seattle 12. Mason Crosby 29-yard field goal is blocked. Alright, and that's how we're going to lose a playoff game. We're going to get a blocked field goal. But it's alright. We're only in year 2. Let's go ahead and hop into free agency once more. So in free agency here, I am going to offer a few contracts. Austin Hooper is going to be available. I knew Jimmy Graham would start regressing, but I didn't think it would be this bad. At the end of the second year, he's down to a 76 overall. So I'm going to make a move on the young Austin Hooper, who's really played great in Atlanta. So I'd love to see what he can do with Aaron Rodgers. And then safeties was a huge weakness we had. So I'm going to try to sign Sua Cravens. He'd play a strong safety. And then Von Bell as a strong safety. But I'd flip him over to free safety, especially because our free safety scheme fit is zone. So that would really work out. Give him scheme fit. And then Sua Cravens would already have scheme fit. So I really like these signings here. And I'm hoping I can get all 3 of these guys. That would be ideal for us. Because that would give us a pretty solid defense. Considering our defensive backs have been... Oh, wow. Really? Why would Austin Hooper reject it? God. That's tough. That really is tough. I really wanted him too. That's a poor decision on his part, bro. Because I'm planning on winning the Super Bowl. And I'm wondering where he signed, actually. Can I get a status report on this, please? Is any other tight ends available? Okay, there's not. That's tough. So Ebron, I was offering Eric Ebron a contract, but he did. I canceled it and went to Austin Hooper. He accepts Dallas for far less than I was giving him. So, all right, I see how it is, bro. I see how it is. But that's gonna be it here for free agency. Let's see what we can get in the draft. So in the draft here, I'm not going to trade up. I'm hoping the guy I want is going to be available. It said early 2nd round. We picked 22nd. So it could be tough. He could be taken off the board. He was a left tackle. And he's still going to be available. I am planning on moving him over to the right side. Trying to really bolster our O-line. So let's go ahead and see what this guy has. He's an 80 overall. Number 8 in true talent. Great pick. And he should really help protect Aaron Rodgers, which I'm most concerned about, considering I am going to build around Aaron Rodgers this whole rebuild. Give him another tackle to try to protect him on the edge there. And then I'm hoping I can get some interior offensive linemen this draft. That would definitely be key. Defensively, I am kind of set. I am just waiting for those players to upgrade a little bit because they are pretty good on the defensive side of the ball. I did want a tight end. I just don't know if this is a draft to do it in. I do want a fast one. I think Jimmy Graham can last another season with us, so I am more concerned about the offensive line here. And this is probably the best guard we're going to be able to get because this isn't a real good class for offensive linemen, which is tough. It really is tough. That's what I need. But it just doesn't seem like it's going to work out there. So I'm going to have to reach here. This might be a big reach. But I have to take him. He's going to be a 73 overall. He's a decent pass blocker. I mean, his run blocking isn't horrible. And he has decent impact blocking. So he's definitely going to be a starter on that line. The only other weakness I would say is going to be left guard for us. So we'll see what we can do about that. If there's a tight end still available, I wouldn't be mad at taking one at this point. Oh, wow. There's some good safeties available. Not that I really need any. I might just actually trade this pick, to be honest. I mean, this tight end, he's not as fast as I would like. I 508 as a tight end is tough. I mean, that's tough. He is only 21. He's 6'3". Man, do I want to take him here? I guess I'll take him. We'll see what he has. He's going to be a 74 overall. 71 in true talent. Not great speed. That's what I was worried about. And that pick's not going to work out. Unfortunately there. For these last 4th picks I have, I actually might just see what offers I'm going to get. Because if I can get some decent ones heading into next year, I would really be down for that. I'll go ahead and accept this 3rd round from the Redskins. Yeah, I mean, we did get what we needed early in the draft. Not a lot late in the draft. Really, right now, all I would be picking would be depth. So, instead of picking some depth picks, I would like to get some picks that I can maybe even trade for a player or draft somebody good next year. Is anybody... Oh, 2021... why are they all offering me picks just for this year? Like, I'm even going to accept that. Guess I'll trade to Chicago and see what they get. So that's going to be it for this draft. Unless I find a gem, I'll let you guys know. Hey guys, so I was actually checking out the trade block here, and I was looking for a running back because ours just hasn't really been productive. I was hoping he would upgrade well. He hasn't upgraded that well. So I'd love to go after James Conner. I mean... I think it's realistic. Pittsburgh did end up re-signing Le'Veon Bell to a pretty long-term deal. So they don't need a duo halfback that is that good. So they do need a tight end. I just want to see where this gets me. Alright, so it's in the red still. I'm probably going to have to give up some picks, but we do have a decent amount of picks, to be honest with you. We have a 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, because we did make some pretty big trades there in the draft. Would a 3rd round get me him? It's still declined. Maybe adding a 4th in there would do it. We'll see. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. I might just have to throw a 2nd round in there. I mean, James Conner is really good. It's nearly accepted. I think if we add maybe another 5th, it might be accepted. So we are going to trade for James Conner here. We give up a 2nd round pick, a 5th, and Jimmy Graham to the Steelers, and they're going to send us over James Conner, who I think is really going to help us out in the run game a lot. So start of the 3rd season, we are looking pretty good. We're still going to have Aaron Rodgers. We trade for James Conner, which I really think is going to help us out a lot. He's more of a power back, should be able to get a lot more yards here than Aaron Jones did. We still have Devontae Adams, who's elite. Scott upgraded well in the offseason. Trent Taylor is really developing into a nice 3rd option and a slot guy. I'm glad I drafted that tight end because after we trade Jimmy Graham, he's actually going to get a starting job here. The right tackle we drafted is going to be a really good one for us. To pair him with Bakhtiari is really good. Corey Linsley's still going to be a very good center for us. I like our right guard, even though it says he's only a 73 overall. He does have pretty good stats here. He can use a little upgrade in the awareness department, but I like his stats. Left guard is definitely going to be a weakness for us. Defensively, our defensive line is still the same with Mario Edwards, Kenny Clark, and Mike Daniels. Cornerback core is going to be Yair Alexander, Josh Jackson, and Kevin King again. We go get Von Bell in free agency, move him over to free safety, and he's going to be a scheme fit there. Good pickup for us, I do think. And then we pick up Sua Cravens for the strong safety position. Really good pickup there as well. Linebackers, we're going to have Martinez. He's actually going to be the starting one. And then Jake Ryan. And then our outside linebackers are really good with Mack and Manning. Both about 85 overalls and really good pass rushers. I really like our pass rush ability here. Let's go ahead and set our season goal here. I feel like we can go 10 wins, make the playoffs once more. We are going to have to sign James Conner, though, I do believe, to a pretty big contract at the midseason mark. So let's go ahead and see what he's going to be asking for. At the midseason, we are going to be 5-3, actually. That's a decent record. 1-1 better than last year. Okay, so we're going to be at the top of the division. Players we're going to have to re-sign. I've seen David Bakhtiari. He's going to want a big contract. We all know this. James Conner actually isn't asking for much. I'm pretty happy with that deal. He can catch the ball. He's powerful. A little bit of elusive, so I like picking him up. David Bakhtiari, definitely want to re-sign him. Kevin King, he's coming back. Aaron Jones, I feel like we could probably let go. And, I don't know, Jamal Williams. Okay, Jamal Williams isn't asking for much, so I'd much rather bring back Jamal Williams and James Conner. And that would be a great duo. Let Aaron Jones go. Trent Taylor, definitely want to bring him back. He's going to be a nice slot guy for us and possession receiver for us. So that's what it's looking like here. Who has a 39 overall? Wow, dude, you have a 39 overall. That's rough. That is rough. But, yeah, so that's what it's looking like for free agency. A lot of money's going to go to David Bakhtiari. But to be honest, he does deserve it. I'm pretty sure he's the #1 ranked left tackle in the game. Yep, he is. So he definitely deserves it. He definitely does. That's going to be it here for the mid-season player re-sign check-in. Let's go ahead and hop to the end of the season once more and see what we're looking like. Wow, no playoffs? What? We were 5-3 at mid-season. Wow, we finished 7-9. So after mid-season, we lose 6 games and only win 2. So the Bears are going to make the playoffs with a 7-9 record? Oh, that's tough. That's really tough. I guess let's go ahead and upgrade our players here. So James Conner is going to have another upgrade point here, go up to an 86 overall. We were able to re-sign him to a contract. Scott's upgraded well. Let's go ahead and upgrade his deep threat ability because his deep route running is not great. So I'd like to be able to get that up a little bit for him and make him a deep threat because the skills he has now, if he's able to add this to his game, he's going to be a monster. What's he looking like? 72 deep route running. He'll catch anything that comes in his vicinity. Trent Taylor is going to have an upgrade point. Can we get scheme fit this time? We can't, but he's still going to be an 80 overall, so I am happy with that. How is his ratings coming along? Oh, wow. He's got decent ratings there. The tight end, the rookie's going to have 2 upgrade points. Let's go ahead and upgrade his possession a little bit. I wonder what year he had. Maybe we won't have to upgrade tight end if he had a good year. I'm just curious how we didn't make the playoffs because our team is pretty decent. I mean, if you look at it, it's pretty nice. Defensively, we're going to have a lot of upgrade points to go around. Yair Alexander with 3, and he should be entering that 90 overall range and turn into an elite cornerback. Usually once you hit that 90 range, you know you're elite. And that's exactly where he's going to go. Yeah, he's going to be a monster. Josh Jackson's going to have 2 upgrade points. He should be able to get up to an 80 overall. So I'm really hoping that these two can shut down both sides of the field. And Kevin King can really hold the slot receiver at bay. That's at least my hope. So he's going to be up to an... Oh, wow. He's got some really good stats, bro. Really good stats there. 6 upgrades by Manning? Dude, he must have had a monster year. He's the guy that has superstar development, I believe. And, yeah, we'll have to check out what he did in the stats. He has 79 finesse move. I just want to get his finesse move up to an 80 overall, and then I'll start going into power rusher. So we get up to 80 there. Now we can just go all into power rush, and he's going to be well in the 90 range. He gets another power move there. Dude, by the time this is done, it's +3 power moves? Dude, this guy's going to be insane. 90 overall right now, and I'm pretty sure he still has another upgrade point. We're going to have to check out this guy's stats. He upgrades again in power move. He's superstar still, 91 overall. 93 tackle, 93 hit power. Not great speed, but 89 acceleration. 92 pursuit, 95 power move? Alright, and he's got all the traits you would want. Mac is also going to have a few upgrade points. Go ahead and upgrade his speed rushing ability. And these outside linebackers we have running this 3-4, it's really good because it's kind of reminded me of the Von Miller-Bradley Chubb duo because it's pretty nasty. He's up to a 91 finesse move. And then the free agent we brought in, Von Bell, is going to have 2 upgrade points. He should be up into the 80 overall range as well. So yeah, I'm kind of curious as to what's going on with our team here. Why aren't we winning? Oh, we're going to have to check that out in the stats here. See what happened. I mean, Aaron Rodgers had a pretty good year, it seems. He had nearly 4,800 yards, 38 touchdowns to 12 interceptions, 67% completion rate, rushing the ball. James Conner gets over the hump of the under 1,000 yards. For a rusher, 280. He has 1,200, 7 touchdowns. So I'm really liking the addition of him. Devontae Adams, 93 receptions, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. Scott, the second-year player here, 89 receptions, nearly 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns. Trent Taylor, 82 receptions, 950 yards, 7 touchdowns. And the rookie tight end, 80 receptions, 845 yards, 9 touchdowns. He's definitely going to be our tight end by now, I would say. He earned the job there with 80 receptions. James Conner did work as well, 5 receiving touchdowns. Blocking, I would hope we did a little better, and we definitely did. Our tackles held up a little bit more this season than they have. 131 tackles by Jake Ryan. Blake Martinez with 81. See, I can't stand really when one player leads your team by a mile in tackles. By 50? What the hell's going on there, man? Sacks, we're going to have 9.5 by Manning here. 12 tackles for loss as well. 5.5 by Mike Daniels. 4 by Ryan. 4 by Clark. See, when Tyree Mack only gets 3, that's a little disappointing to me because we have such good pass rushers. It's a little tough, and then we have good cornerbacks. We only get 2 interceptions on the year. So I'm not sure what to do about that. I do want to check because Aaron Rodgers had a great year. Did he win MVP? No, he was 4th. So he nearly won the MVP. So that's going to be it here for the end of this season. Let's go ahead and jump into another free agency period. So checking out the free agency, I know I don't need a lot of positions right now, but I'm going to go all out. Heading into the 4th year, I know we don't need a receiver, but I'm going to try to add another elite receiver in D.D. Westbrook, who's upgraded to a 91 overall. Try and pair him with Adams. That would be pretty good. Mario Edwards Jr., I brought him in expecting him to do pretty well, and he really hasn't done much. So I think bringing in Calais Campbell, if he stays here for 2 years, would give us a great pass rush. And then I really would love to bring in Forrest Lamp. I would definitely move him to left guard. And that would be a very good offensive line we have rolling there with Bakhtiari, good right tackle, a decent center. So let's go ahead and see if we're going to be able to get any of these players I want. And they all 3 accepted. That's really good for me. We're going to get an elite receiver, a good guard, and a very good pass rusher in Calais Campbell. Yeah, it's looking good heading into year 4 here. But let's go ahead and do a little draft recap, and I'll see you guys at the start of year 4. So doing a draft recap, just the reason I don't show the last 2 drafts is usually because my team is pretty built up. Not a lot of people I am going to start in the draft. There is only going to be 1 player that is going to start. We get this right guard. We picked 8 overall. And I'm actually going to move him to left guard since we did pick up Lamp in free agency. And that should really give our offensive line quite a good run there because we're going to have some pretty good talent on the line. I did take a quarterback who ended up being a decent overall. Not like I'm going to start him over Rodgers. This is just going to be like a very big backup plan in case Rodgers, for some reason, decides to retire if we don't win the Super Bowl this year and we have to throw him in there. But this is worst case scenario. But I just wanted to have a plan just in case something like that went down. But yeah, only one person's going to start right now. It's going to be this guard. And we should be looking good. Let's go ahead and check our team out heading into year 4. So start of a new season here. Hopefully we can make the playoffs. We'll see though. We'll see what happens. Taking a look at our team again. Aaron Rodgers is still going to be here. We're going to have James Conner, who really had a good year last year. Devontae Adams. And then we go out and add another elite receiver in D.D. Westbrook with a 91 overall. And then Scott's going to move to the slot, which should be pretty good for him. He's a very good short route runner, not so good deep, so I think that move did make a little bit of sense. I didn't look for a tight end to replace just because of how good Beach did play at 80 receptions. Offensive line is looking pretty good. We have Corey Linsley, who's the only one regressing here. Bakhtiari still probably the #1 ranked left tackle in the game right now. We go out and get Canover, the rookie, who's going to start at left guard. Forrest Lamp, we pick him up in free agency. And then a good right tackle we drafted maybe a draft or two ago. Defensively, we're going to have Kenny Clark, Mike Daniels, and then we add Calais Campbell to the mix to try to add some more pass rush. Jair Alexander is going to be a 90 overall. Josh Jackson and Kevin King. We haven't got the amount of interceptions I was hoping for with these cornerbacks that we do have. Vaughn Bell is going to be an 80 overall paired with Sua Cravens. And then Mack is going to be an 86 overall. He has over 90 finesse move. And Manning's just by far, I would say, our best defensive player when you look at his stats. Superstar development, 95 power moves, 81 finesse moves. He's really good. Linebackers, I don't know. They're 84 and 80. They haven't got a lot of tackles. Jake Ryan did lead our team in tackles, I guess, but Martinez didn't have a great start to this rebuild. He really hasn't done much, to be honest. And then we're going to have Kevin King playing the slot for us. Let's go ahead and set our season goal here. I think we'll make the playoffs this year, I do, because our team is really good right now. Rodgers, with all these weapons, finally has a decent offensive line. James Conner. The offense is really good right now, so I'd be surprised if we don't make the playoffs. But let's go ahead and see who we're going to have to re-sign. I'm pretty sure Rodgers might need to be re-signed, but we'll see. Mid-season here, and we're 4-3. I would have hoped we had a better start than that. Vikings are leading the division. That's tough. I mean, our team is pretty good, so I'm a little disappointed in that. But let's go ahead and see who we're going to have to re-sign. Oh, we have a nasty re-signing period. We're going to have to re-sign Devontae Adams, Jair Alexander, Josh Jackson. And yeah, they're going to probably demand a good amount of money. And probably for good reason. They're very good players here. My starter's definitely going to bring them back no matter what. I'm hoping I do have some money in free agency just in case I don't make the playoffs this year. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to get these 3 players locked down. And let's go ahead and see if we're going to be in the playoffs. We do make the playoffs, but we're going to be taking on Atlanta. And we know they've had Green Bay's number the past few times they've met up. It's not going to be an easy matchup to the least bit. I mean, they have explosive playmakers. We won the division at 9-7. Somehow we're not doing better here. And I'm a little confused about it, but Rodgers doesn't pass for 4,000 yards. He gets 3,700, but he makes up for it in touchdowns with 38 to 13 interceptions. That's probably actually one of his worst years here. And that's a little odd considering we have a better offensive line and a pretty good receiving core. Rushing the ball, James Conner goes to 1,200 yards, 4.0 average, 10 touchdowns. Receiving the ball, D.D. Westbrook leads the team in receptions with 94, 800 yards, and only 3 touchdowns. Devontae Adams, 76, 79, 11 touchdowns. Scott from the slot position had 63 receptions, nearly 900 yards, and 10 touchdowns. And the tight end here, 45 receptions, only about 450, but he had 8 receiving touchdowns. I'm down with that. Blocking, I would have hoped that we did better here. Decent blocking stats there, not a lot of sacks allowed, which I definitely like to see. Defensively, Blake Martinez finally has a good year, 120 tackles. Josh Jackson with 95, and Barry Manning with 74. The phenom in Manning is, I mean, he's outrageous. Jake Ryan with 72 sacks. Oh, yeah, and Manning comes out and just leads the team in a mile in sacks with 14. 16 tackles for loss, 74 tackles. An interception? I mean, Jesus, bro. 5.5 by Mike Daniels. 5 by Calais Campbell. Tyree Mack with 5 as well. So we're getting pressure on the quarterback now. Are we getting interceptions is the question. 3 by Martinez. I mean, I hate to see when my linebacker has more interceptions than my cornerback. What's going on with Jair Alexander here? 3 by Martinez, 2 by Jackson, 2 by Bell. Alexander only with 1 again. I mean, he's an elite corner as well. So that's always tough to see. Are we in any of the yearly awards? Let's quickly check. Aaron Rodgers is up there in the MVP race. Let's just go ahead and check out and see if we won anything. Elliott wins Offensive Player of the Year. Rodgers comes in at number 6. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Roquan Smith. Blake Martinez coming in at number 3. Barry Manning coming in at number 8. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Will Husley is at number 4. Not sure who that even is. Defensive Rookie, we don't have anybody. Best quarterback goes to Aaron Rodgers. Best running back goes to Ezekiel Elliott, and we have nobody there. Best wide receiver goes to Lockett, and we have Adams coming in at number 5. And we have Scott coming in at number 10. Offensive line, Bakhtiari is going to be a number 4 guy for us. Defensive line, nobody there. Linebackers, Barry Manning coming in at number 2. Martinez coming in at 5. And best defensive backs, we don't have anybody. That's tough. So not in any of the yearly awards except Rodgers and Manning there. Martinez had 1 or 2 mentions in there. But let's go ahead and hop into this playoff game. We're going to be playing the Falcons in the wild card round. So in another playoff game, this time at Green Bay, the Falcons are going to have to try to come in Lambeau and take us out. And they're driving down the field. They score 7 fast. Can we? 3rd down alert, please. Field goal, of course, man. And I mean, the Falcons are just driving down at will. They really are. And it looks like we might be on the wrong side of a blowout if we don't score quickly. 2-minute warning. We need a touchdown. I don't need a field goal. That's something I don't need. We have the ball here. Can we please score a touchdown? And we score one. We don't get the 2-point conversion, but we score. The Falcons score as well. We need 2 possessions late here. It's oh, yeah, it's over. It is over. The Falcons just destroy us. Good God. 36-12? Can you show me a little respect, all right? You're going up against A-Rod. Dude, Aaron Rodgers didn't even pass for a touchdown. See, that's where I don't get what's going on here. Like, what's happening here? 200, I mean, come on. He's like one of the most elite quarterbacks in the game. Tom Brady's retired, so he might be the most elite quarterback in the game. And those are some tough stats right there. I mean, they really are. Did we have anything going for us? 2 interceptions, yeah. Rushing the ball, Connor did not do great. Receiving, I mean, we have so many weapons. I just don't get it. I don't, dude. Defensively, what happened here? Barry Manning gets 2 sacks. Kenny Clark gets 1. Matt Ryan just destroys us. That's what happened there. We just got thrashed. So that's going to be it for year 4, I guess. We're going to have to try to win it. Last year, year 5. Feel like it always comes down to year 5 for me for some reason. And I'm not too sure why, but we'll see if we can't get it. So we're going to be here in free agency again in the last year heading into it. And I am going to make some signings here. I'm going to try to sign Von Miller and Bradley Chubb. My idea would be if I get Von Miller and Bradley Chubb, Calais Campbell did retire, so I'd move them to left end and right end. Could you imagine Von Miller, Bradley Chubb, and then our finesse move pass rushers and Mack and Manning? That would actually be outrageous. So I'm going to have to see if they accept it. I offered them well above what they wanted. And I would be quite shocked if they didn't. They both accept it. So I'm going to get to try out my strategy here And I'm hoping it's going to work out quite well. We'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and do a little quick draft recap and then head into the final year. So I am going to make a pretty big trade here heading into year 5. I did want to get a little bit of safety help because I do believe that is one of my only weaknesses right now. So we replaced Mike Daniels with Bradley Chubb, I believe. We moved him to the right end position. So I am going to give up both first round picks. And I'm going to try to get a little safety help, get an elite safety. Maybe that will really increase our chances here to make the playoffs heading into year 5. Because with that addition, we really did improve our defense. And I think it would be fair. You've seen a lot of superstar trades happen in the league lately. And giving up 2 first-round picks and Mike Daniels for Landon Collins. I mean, the Raiders let go of Khalil Mack for 2 first-round picks. So we added a player. I think it's fair, and that's really going to help us out in year 5. So just to do a quick draft recap here, I just did draft a little bit of depth. Nobody is going to start here from this draft, especially after we traded our first round of pick away this year for Landon Collins, which I think was worth it. He's going to be far better than anybody we could have drafted anyway. So let's go ahead and take a look at our team heading into the 5th and final year. So taking a look at our team heading into the final year here, we're still going to have Aaron Rodgers, James Conner, Devontae Adams, Dede Westbrook, and Scott here, which I really like our receiving core. Beach has been a monster for receiving touchdowns. Kind of reminds me of a replacement of Jimmy Graham. He catches a lot of touchdowns. Offensive line, I would say, is pretty good with David Bakhtiari at 95 overall for left tackle. Our right tackle is definitely above average. Guards can get the job done in the run game. We're going to have a center here, Parrish, who's decent. Defensively here, we're going to have Landon Collins at free safety. We trade 2 first rounds for him and Mike Daniels. And we get him, and that's going to be a difference. Sua Cravens obviously is going to be pretty good for us. We're still going to have Mack at the right outside linebacker position, same middle linebackers, and Manning's going to be up to a 95 overall. And then you want to talk about that pass rush, but compare it to our defensive line. We're going to have Von Miller, Bradley Chubb, and Kenny Clark here heading into the last year, paired with our cornerbacks of Yair Alexander. Kevin King has finally beat out Josh Jackson for that starting job. And Josh Jackson's going to go to the slot corner. So we'll see what Kevin King can do here in the final year. I would be shocked if we don't make the playoffs. Legitimately, I would be. Because when you look at this defense, we can get pressure from everywhere. And we can cover quite well, too, with our defensive backs. I mean, this team, it's a playoff caliber team at least. We should at least make the playoffs. Let's go ahead and set our season goal. We know what time it is. Playoff or bust. I mean, Super Bowl or bust here. Let's see if we can't get it done. I'm not going to check back in the mid-season just because there's going to be no need to re-sign anybody. If we don't make the playoffs, the rebuild is over. So this is the last year we can make a run for it. And I'm hoping we can win the Super Bowl. Just simulating the last few weeks here of the regular season. Let's go ahead and see what our record is. We finished 13-3 and have to play in the wild card? What? How is that even possible? We have to play in the wild card. What the hell were the records in the NFC this year? Oh, really? The Rams are going to be 14-2. And the Cowboys are going to be 13-3? Oh, that's some crap right there, dude. That is some crap. We go 13-3 and have to play in the wild card. That's outrageous, dude. Let's go ahead and check out our stats. At least we made the playoffs and had a pretty good year, it seems. Packers, let's see what Aaron Rodgers did. About 4,200 yards, 41 touchdowns to 18 interceptions, 66% completion rate. Rushing the ball, James Conner has over 1,400 yards, 4.7 average, and 12 touchdowns. Receiving the ball, Dede Westbrook with 88 receptions, 1,100 yards, and 10 touchdowns. Adams was 73, 890, and 4. Scott had 68 receptions, 845 yards, 7 touchdowns. And our tight end, again, is doing work. Not in the yards game, but 12 receiving touchdowns to lead the team will get the job done every time. Sack-wise, we're cutting down decently. Our tackles allowed 8, but that is kind of to be expected when you're in the NFC, going up against those ferocious pass rushes that are in the NFC. Defensively, Blake Martinez leads the team in tackles again with 106. Sua Craven's 99. What the hell? Are my eyes seeing correctly? Von Miller had 33.5 sacks? What? Oh my god. 33.5 sacks? Bradley Chubb had 17.5 and Manning had 14. I have never seen that before, ever, in my whole time of playing Madden. Have you ever seen someone that's had 33.5 sacks? I mean, that's straight outrageous. I'm in shock, dude. Interceptions, 4 by Alexander, 3 by King, 2 by Collins. Good lord, I'm going to have to check out what he had this season. What were his games looking like? Stats and contracts, season stats. Is this going to bring it up? Season stats. So, he's having games with 5 sacks, 1, 2.5, 1, 4, 2, 2, 1.5. Was that this year? I don't know if that's for this year here. We'll have to check. Career stats, I guess, would it be in that? Yeah, he had 33.5 sacks. Good gosh, dude, that's insanity. I still can't get over it. He has the record now, doesn't he? NFL records. We just got to make sure this is real. Season. Let's go to defensive sacks. Von Miller was 33 in 2022. Good lord. That's just frightening. Well, let's go ahead and see what we can do against the 49ers in this wild card. Von Miller should have himself a day, shouldn't he? So here we go. 5th and final season. Can we take out the 49ers somehow in the wild card round after we go 13-3 and Von Miller puts up 33.5 sacks? Are you trying to tell me my offense can't score on the 49ers? Please. Okay, we score 7, and then the 49ers drive down the field, score a field goal, 3rd down alert, please. Okay. Can we kick? Okay, at least we kick a field goal. So our team's kind of turned into a defensive team, to be honest here. And I'm not too sure how I feel about that, considering we still have Aaron Rodgers. I mean, 13-6 is kind of outrageous, considering the talent we have on offense. We got the ball back. Please? Oh, the 49ers. Did they get a safety? They might go down the field and win it. Oh, Jesus, please. Oh, of course they do. Oh, my God, dude. If that isn't just the perfect example that the sim is garbage, then I don't know what is. I don't know what I was supposed to do to rebuild my team better than I did. Von Miller had 33.5 sacks. Bradley Chubb had 17. One of my other linebackers had like 13. Aaron Rodgers had a great year on yardage-wise, and we can't score more than 13 on the 49ers. That's a rough one. I am going to make the decision here for my next rebuilds. Once it comes down to year 5, I am going to play the playoff games. I didn't want to have to try to win it myself. I just wanted to let the team win it that I rebuilt, but I'm going to have to start jumping in there and playing it. I can't allow this to keep on happening where we have such an OP team that we can't even score more than 13 when we were like the #1 ranked offense in the league. So let me know how you guys feel about that. If you're okay with me jumping in the 5th season, not like the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. I'll see if my team can do it then. But if we make the playoffs come the 5th season and I jump in the playoff games and play some of the game, let me know if you would have a problem with that. Either way, this rebuild was fun. Von Miller broke the sack record, 33.5 sacks. That was outrageous, dude. It was pretty cool. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you do hit that sub button. I will greatly appreciate it. And please share this video as well. I really appreciate that. And make sure you do leave a comment on what team you would like to see next. I'll shout you out at the start of the video. So make sure you leave a comment of which team you would like to see. I'll see you guys next rebuild. Peace out.